holding, excuse me, Gimel. Holding Gimel. Page 289. Mishlo Hidlik. Veno Osid Ladlik Bosalaylo. A person didn't light Hanukkah lights, and he's not planning to light candles that night. He doesn't have candles. V'gami Medlikim Olav B'soch Beso. There's important. And nobody's lighting in it in his household on his behalf. Kisharoed Ner Hanukkah Vorech Shos Nisim. When he sees the Ner Hanukkah, he says the Broch Shos Nisim Lavuseinu. Because what did those candles represent? The Presuminisa of Nes Hanukkah. Ubaleo Rishon, and if he sees the candles on the first night, Mevorech Kam Shechionu. He says two brachos. He says Shos Nisim Shechionu. V'im Achakach Baleo Sheni Oshlishi Bo Lahadlik. And now the second and third night he actually has the candles available. He plans to light. Ein Chosav Vorech Shechionu. Okay? There's no reason he doesn't say Shechionu because he already said Shechionu on the first night. Because what is the Shechionu on the Yom Tiv? So because he said Shechionu the first night, even though it wasn't associated with lighting, it does make a difference. Again. First night he saw candles. He had no candles. He saw candles, but he didn't have candles. What does he say? He says two brachos. Shos Nisim Shechionu. Comes the second night, he still doesn't have candles. And he sees candles. He says Shos Nisim. He sees nothing the second night. Then he says nothing. Okay? No. He could say the Shechionu. He could say, we'll see it. It's a good question. He's not discussing that. Right? He's only saying that if he said the Shechionu the first night, because when he saw the candles, but let's say he knows he's going to, whatever it is, he's going to light the second night. He knows he's going to light the second night. Does he? Maybe he doesn't say Shechionu the first day. We'll see. But let's say he plans to light that night. He's going to light 3 hours later. Since ultimately he's going to light his own candles, he'll say lahadlik, and he'll say the brachos which follow. V'gami madlikin. He says we're speaking about where nobody's lighting for him in his household. V'yesh poskim d'sav afilu yodea shemadlikim olo bebeso kevon shtuatzma ino madlik. There are others who argue with the Mechaber and say, since even though they're lighting his house, but since he personally is not lighting, now this is important. He's not mishtati priti, meaning the oil and the wick that's being lit, he has no financial interest in that. But he says one should not conduct himself this way, because the Mechaber says it doesn't make a difference. The Sov Broch is local. It's only a brocha. Eino Choser. It says that if you'd said the first night, Sheos Nisim, and you said Shechionu, the second night when you light, you should not say Shechionu. Mishum Dahalo, Berach Me'esmo, Shero Haneros, V'Me'esmo Lo Berach Klal, Mishum Desomach Alishro Shemadlex Beso. Interesting Shiloh. His wife was home, she lit the candles, she said all the brachas included Shechionu. You didn't say Shechionu. So when you saw the candles, you did not say Shos Nisim, correct? We said earlier, right, that if they're lighting for you at home, you don't say Shos Nisim. You're traveling. You're on a flight to Israel. Because the Yotze with the what? No. Everything, all the brachos. Those candles represent you, right? It's a bracha lo atola, according to some. Some says you should, some he says sof brachas lokim. Chaber says you should not. If candles being lit for you in your house, you should not say any bracha. Okay? Ukfima demukasi. Now the question is, Mesmo lo ber klau mishum samach al isham adlekas beso ukfima demukach v'divrei abacha v'dim yishtom adlekas olo b'so beso choshev moshu hidlik ba'atzmo. Your wife's lighting is like you lit. Al kain. This is important. In Boleo Sheni Leiso Madlik Ein Tzorch Levorech Pircha Shechionu. One should not say Shechionu. Because your wife said Shechionu on the candles the second night. Right? You come home the second night, now you're able to light. You were traveling the first night, your wife lit the first night. She said all the required brachos. Now you light the second night, you only say two brachos. Shechianu you don't say, although you never said Shechianu. No. That's for Shos and Nisim. Maybe Shechianu, it's for the Yom Tif. Right? The answer is, but since her lighting is your lighting, but it seems to be speaking about Ishto. Because her lighting is your light. What about if one of your sons would have lit? What do we speak as light? You say if it was lit in your house, whether it's your wife or your child or whatever it may be. Right? Seems to be it's not the case. It's not the case. He speaks specifically, unless maybe Ishto, because he's speaking about a case. It has no relevance to us anyway, because everybody likes their own candle by Ashkenazim. They're both liked. They're both liked. The wife will light because the wife is equivalent to the husband. Normally a woman should light. But the reason why the wife doesn't light is because the husband lights, because the husband and the wife are one and the same person. So if the son lights, the son is unrelated to the lighting of the wife, because the wife is the husband. So the wife should light and the son should light. They both light. Because the menorah, the wife lights, that is the equivalent of the husband's menorah.
Is the woman lighting instead of the man has as much value?
Same value. Same value. No, because she has an obligation to commemorate the miracle, because she was the beneficiary of the miracle. Raf Afein Hoyubos Anes. Dalit. Acha Shehidlik. After you light the candles, what do you say? Omer Haneres Halolu. Right? Say Haneres Halolu. Kodesh Ein on the Rishis Lishtamish Bem. Onu Madlikim. Neres Halolu Onu Madlikim Al Chus Al Nisim Al Niflos. Acha Shidliku. Oh, now this is interesting. The base obligation is the first candle, correct? All the subsequent candles are what? That's Hidra Mitzvah. When do you start saying Haneres Halolu? Right? After you light all the candles, or after you lit the first candle? Well, let's discuss it. Okay? Achshid l'knei rishon shu ikar. Ome haneres halolu. After he lights the first candle, which is the primary candle, you say haneres lo. V'yigmar hadloka bocha ome haneres. And while you light the other, you say haneros. Because again, we're not talking about kavana over here. If it would be a kavana, you can't do two things. It's just doing an act of lighting, right? It's a perfunctory act. No, you can't do it. Of course, then you don't do it.
Because I have to watch what I'm doing. I have to read the text.
So we were speaking of somebody who has it committed to memory. It's like, okay? Some people say Hallel with their eyes closed. Some have to say it from the sitter. Okay. Ubenusach haneros yesh lamed vav tevos. V'yigmar hadlokos boch haneros. Ome haneros. Most people, because of what David's saying, say it afterwards for that reason. Of course, they have to say it off a card or something printed, so they're not able to do both things simultaneously. So first they finish lighting, and then they say Haneres Halol, because they say Haneres L'Sh'onu Matlikim. The candles that we're lighting, so it seems to be, it's while you're lighting the candle. So to be mafsik between the bracha and the first candle, that you're not permitting mafsik. It's like a person says, Laniach Tefillin, and he doesn't put on, he doesn't tighten the knot, and he speaks. It's a hefsik. No, not by tefillin, it's not a good example. You speak before you wrap yourself in the talis, right? So it's a hefsek between the bracha. You say, L'shmo kol shofar, and before you start blowing the shofar, you speak, right? It invalidates the bracha. It's nothing, the bracha. So minimally, you have to light the first candle. And there's halolo anu madlikim. Then you continue.
But we learned the other day that lighting is much more important than the burning. So how can you start singing when you still light the other candles?
It doesn't. Wait a second. Firstly, it doesn't say you sing. It doesn't say singing. Okay, we're talking even the person who can't carry a tune. Okay, it's firstly. It says Omer. Okay, firstly, the idea is the first candle. Let's say a person only has one candle. You light it. You don't say your obligation lighting in there is Chanukah. Can the answer is yes. What you do after, that's what we call that you're enhancing the mitzvah. That's called hidur mitzvah. Okay, so that's what we're saying. That since factually when you lit the first candle, you yotzei the mitzvah. So the bracha already took effect. And since what you're saying has to do with the lighting of the candles, you're saying haner slanu onu matlikim, the candles that we're lighting. So therefore you say it while you light it. there's nothing to do with it. The hitter is definitely the lighting. But because the haner slow, that's not a hitter. That's what you're saying. What you're saying, haner slow on the madlika. Why are we lighting it? It's to explain. That's why you're lighting it. Okay. So that's why many people say they light simultaneously. People light simultaneously. Right? Ubenusach haneros yeshlam dvav tevos. Yeah. The 36 words. Keneged neged haner shel Chanukah belvad elu shtei tevos haner salolo klom haner salolo him lamed vav. Ad kan loshen marshal shtei tevos haner salolo yishmone osios. The haner salolo there are 8 letters. Remez l'shmone mi Chanukah. It alludes to the 8 days of Chanukah. Kolmoku b'shenog lo haner salolo la'acha shehidlik. Okay. It says, but the person has the minute that he says haner salolo after he finishes lighting all the candles. Nami Shabbat Dami Prim Godim. It's fine. Most people light it afterward. I'd say Haner Salo after they light the candles. That's the accepted minhag. After all the light things, Haner Salolo, right? First, it's definitely it's Baruch Hamadras Melech. Everybody says it together. It brings it to another level. You know, each person then says it himself. So, okay. It enhances the mitzvah. It's an enhancement. It has nothing to do with the actual mitzvah. You're identifying the mitzvah. It's not a takana. I mean, it's not a rabbinic takana from the Gemara. This is probably Talmid Gaonim. They legislated you should say this. Like, you know, Zorcheinu l'chaim melechavitz b'chaim. It's not mentioned in the Gemara. You know, you say on Naser Smi Tshuva. It was legislated by the Gaonim that since of the nature of the days, you should say Zochein l'chaim micha mocha, right? Therefore, we hold la'aloch. If you omit it, you don't have to repeat the Shemon Esrei. It's machlos rishonim, even though it's a takonos gaonim. Saying Naras Halolo was initiated by the Paitonim, by the Rishonim. Okay.
And the parents light on behalf of the child who's not there.
If you light on your own behalf, you don't have to do more than that. Because
if you have a child who's traveling and you know they're not going to be able to...
The one menorah in the household is sufficient. You don't have to light on his behalf. You could, it can't hurt. But you can say one bracha. Let's say you say no bracha, you can say another bracha. You say one bracha, you light 2 menorahs if you want. But one menorah is sufficient for the household.
And it covers the children.
We had a case before, it is very important. You have enough candles for every night, and your neighbor doesn't have candles at all. So the question is, you're going to light one candle, and you can distribute the additional candles to all your neighbors that they should be able to light. What do? Do you light every night the full amount, or you should light one every night and give the additional candles to your neighbors that they should be able to fill the mitzvah? Or let's say it's a question not lighting every night. Lighting every night, but one menorah, not per member of the household. Also, you light one candle per household, and the additional candles you distribute to everyone else. Because the base obligation is per household, even one candle. Everything else beyond the first candle per household is Hiddur Mitzvah. Okay? Okay, let's do the Mechaber a little further. Yaschel lahadlik belayla rishon bener hayosi yamini. Which candle do you light the first night? The candle that's most to the right. Ubelayla sheni. So when you put the candle in the menorah, where do you put it? The right side. We're talking we have only one candle. First night. Ubelayla sheni k'shiyosef nerechod somochlo. When you add the second candle, which is adjacent to the first candle, Yaslu Vorech ala Nosef. You begin lighting from the additional candle. Meaning you're going to go from left to right. First candle night is the most right. Now you have a second candle adjacent. You light the additional candle, then you go light the location of the first candle from the first night. Left to right. Okay, 1 second. Yaschel vorach ala nosov, shehu Yosef Smolik, which is more to the left. Kedei lahafnos liyamin. So you're going from left to right. Chen bileo shlishi, kish Yosef od echot, somuch l'shtei noros harishonos, yaschel benosov. Each additional candle you light, that's the first candle. You light the additional candle, and then you light, continue lighting from the left to the right. Ubal yaschel abrocho. V'akach yifter litzad yamin chen b'chol laylo. Nimtzo shetomid bevorech ala nosov shumor ala nes. Saying, it's interesting. He's not saying normally. The Gemara says kol pino shato pone should be limin. Whenever you do anything, you always do it going towards the right. So the Gemara in Zvachim. Whenever you go, when you went up to Mizbeach, was always to the right, and you went around. So you would say that would be sufficient. He says something much more than that. He says, Nimtze shetomid mevorech ala nosov shumor ala nes. Every additional candle, let's say you light one candle. No, let's say you light the first candle. When you light the additional candle, that identifies the miracle, that it burnt beyond the burning time, right? So that reveals the miracle to a greater degree when you're lighting the additional candle. It's not only because you can be lighting from left to right, it's because that candle represents the additional day that it burnt. Yeah. So it comes out according to Beis Shammai, right? That it's poches v'holech. I mean, you don't have that many candles, but the whole concept is as the days increased, the miracle became more magnified, right? It was supposed to be 1 day, burn 2 days. Okay, it's one level. 3 days, 4 days. So it keeps actually magnifying the miracle. So,
why don't we light 8 candles every day? Because every day they were lighting.
No, because we're showing that's how the miracle evolved. It evolved. It manifested it that first night. So no, they always lit all the candles. All.
Right,
No, so again, because again, we're trying. The reason why we're lighting in this manner is to bring out the miracle aspect of what happened in Beis Hamikdash. They lit all the candles every night. We speak normally at 7 candles, right? 7 lights, right? But we're bringing out what was the miracle. So it's not just the lighting. Through the lighting, we're revealing the miracle. What happened? Following.
Yeah,
So that's the reason. So you always light the additional light because that identifies the miracle, the nes.
and the second day when we identify the miracle for all the candles, because that's what was done.
No, but then you don't have the idea. The second you have 8 candles, not. It's as it progressed. How did the miracle take place? We want to identify the additional day. If you have all 8 candles, you're not identifying the additional day. Let's see the Chovos HaLevavos. I mean, all 8 candles they lasted for 8. All 7 candles lasted for 8 days, right? They lit the menorah, the full mitzvah. The whole menorah they lit. Thank you. Aaron, after Rav Aaron Kotler. His father-in-law was a Talmud of Rav Aaron Kotler. Yeah. What? The bris was yesterday. No, yet they lit all 7 candles, right? There's 7 lights. There was enough, the vial had for all 7 candles for 1 day, right? No. For all 7, of course for all 7. The Pach Shema was enough for 1 day. So the Beis Yosef's question is, what was the miracle, right? That was the question. The first day wasn't a miracle then. So the endless teirut, the Beis Yosef himself gives 4 teiruts. Either he divided it, or every day it only burnt 1/8, right? So those are different answers.